Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome everybody in my channel, and today we are going to explain the 21 to the 25 ayah of the surah al-Baqarah. In the last episode we were doing the 16 ayah to the 20 ayah, and today we are starting from the 21 ayah to the 25 آية. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. O men, worship your Lord, who created you and those who were before you, so that you can acquire taqwa. Allah mentioned this inequance in divinity and stated that he favored his servants by bringing them to life when they did not exist. He also surrounded them with blessings hidden and overt. He made the earth a resting place for them, just like the bed fixed with firm mountains and the sky as a canopy. Roof. We made the sky like a roof, safe and well guarded. Yet they turn away from his sins. The sun, the moon, the wind, the trees, for example. And he sent for you the water, rain from the sky, in the sense that he brings the clouds when they need rain. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala causes the growth of various types of vegetation and fruits as a means of sustenance for people and their livestock. Allah has reiterated this blessing in various parts of the Quran. There is another ayah which is similar to this, which is the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is he who has made the earth for you as dwelling place and the sky as a canopy, and has shaped and made your good forms good, and has provided you with good things. This is Allah your Lord, so blessed be Allah, the Lord of all that exists. The next ayah: الذي جعل لكم الأرض فراشا والسماء بناء وأنزل من السماء ماء فأخرج به من الثمرات رزقا لكم فلا تجعلوا لله أندادا وأنتم تعلمون. Who made the earth a resting place for you and the sky as a canopy, and made water, rain, come down from heaven, and with it advance fruit as a provision for you. Therefore he puts no rivals to Allah, while you know that he alone has the right to be worshipped. Allah commanded Yahya bin Zakaria to implement 5 commands and ordered the children of Israel to implement them. But Yahya was slow in carrying out these commands. Isa said to Yahya, you have been commanded to implement 5 commands and to order the children of Israel to. Yahya said, my brother, I fear that if you do it before me, I will be punished, or the earth will be shaken under me and under my feet. Then Yahya bin Zakaria called the children of Israel to Beit al-Maqdis, Jerusalem, until they filled the masjid. He sat on a balcony, thanked Allah and praised him, and then said, Allah has commanded me to implement 5 commandments and order you to adhere to them. The first is that you worship Allah alone and do not associate anyone with him. The example of his command is the example of a man who brings a servant of his paper money and gold. The servant begins to work for the master, but pays the profits to another person. Who among you would want his servant and support? Therefore, worship him alone and associate nothing with him. I also command you to pray, because Allah directs his face towards the face of his servants, as long as the servants does not go away. So when you pray, don't turn your head back and forth. I also command you to fast. The example of this example of a man in a group of a man, and he has some moss wrapped in a piece of cloth, and consequently everyone in the group breathes in the scent of the wrapped moss. Verily, the odor of the fasting person's mouth is better before Allah than the odor of musk. I also command you to give charity. The example of this example of a man who was captured by the enemy. They tie his hands and his neck and bring him to cut his neck. He says to them, I can pay a ransom for myself. Keep redeeming himself with small and large amounts until he is free. I also command you to always remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The example of these acts is that of a man whom the enemy is tirelessly pursuing. When the servant remembers Allah, he will resort to the best refuge from Satan. The 23 ayah is وإن كنتم في ريب مما نزلنا على عبدنا فأتوا بسورة من مثله وادعوا شهداءكم من دون الله إن كنتم صادقين. And if you pagan Arabs, Jews, Christians are in doubt as to what we have sent down to our servant, then produce a surah similar to this and call your witnesses as well as Allah if you are truthful. Allah began to demonstrate the truth of prophecy after it said that there is no deity worthy of worship except Him. Allah said to the disbelievers, and if you, Arab, pagans, Jews, Christians, are in doubt about what we have sent down or to our servant, then produce a surah, which means similar to what he brought to you. So if you claim that what he was sent with is not from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then produce something similar to what he brought you with the help of whomever you wish instead of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. However, you will not be able to succeed in this quest. Ibn Abbas said that your witnesses means helpers. As Sudi also reported that Abu Malik said that ayah means your companion. It means other people to help you in this. It means therefore go and seek the help of your divinities to support you and help you. Mujahid also said that and call your witness. It means peoples that it says and eloquent man who will give you the testimony you seek. The next ayah فإن لم تفعلوا ولن تفعلوا فاتقوا النار التي وقودها الناس والحجارة أعدت للكافرين. But if you don't and you can never do it, then fear the fire, whose fuel is men and stones, prepared for the unbelievers. Allah challenged the unbelievers in various parts of the Quran. For example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the surah Al-Qasas, tell them, O Muhammad, tell them, O Muhammad, then bring a book to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala which is a better guide than these two, the Tawrat and the Quran. May I follow it if you are truthful. Allah also said in surah Al-Isra, say, if humanity and the jinn united to produce something like this Quran, they could not produce it even if they helped each other. Allah said in Surah Al-Hud, or they say he invented it. Say, then bring 10 surah like it, and call whomever you can besides Allah, if you tell the truth. And in Surah Yunus, and this Quran could never be produced by anyone other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is a confirmation of what that was before, and a complete explanation of the book in which there is no doubt, by the Lord of all that exists, or they will say, invented it. Say, then bring a surah like it and call anyone you can beyond Allah if you are truthful. All these ayat were revealed in Mecca. Allah also challenged the unbelievers in the ayat that were revealed to Al-Madinah. In this ayah, Allah said subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if you pagans, Arab, Jews, Christians are in doubt about what we have sent down to our servant, then produce a surah similar to this, which means similar to the Quran. This is the tafsir of Mujahid, Qatada, Ibn Jarir, التباري, الزمخشري, الرازي, who said that this is the tafsir of Umar ibn Mas'ud, ibn Abbas, al-Hasan al-Basri, and most of the scholars. And he preferred this option, and he preferred this opinion, and mentioned the fact that Allah challenged the unbelievers individually and as a groups, both literate and illiterate, thus making the challenge truly complete. This type of challenge is bolder than the simple challenge to unbelievers, who could not be liberated or learned. 25 آية. وبشر الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات قالوا هذا الذي رزقنا من قبل وأتوا به متشابها ولهم فيها أزواج مطهرة وهم فيها خالدون. And by the good news, to those who believe and do righteous good deeds, and that for them there are gardens underneath which rivers flow. Whenever a fruit is given to them, they will say, this is what we was given to us before, and they will receive similar things and have azwajum mutahhara, purified companions or brides, and they will live there forever. Allah later said, whenever a fruit is given to them, they will say, this is what was given to us before. Ibn Abi Hatim reported to that Yahya bin Abi Kathir said, the grass of paradise is saffron, its hills are mossy, and the children of eternal youth will serve the believers with the fruits they will eat. They will then bear similar fruit, and the people of heaven will comment, this is the same as what you just brought us. Young people will say to them, eat, because the color is the same, but the taste is different. Hence the declaration of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they will receive similar things. Abu Ja'far al-Razi narrated that Anas said that Abu al-Haliya said that, and they will receive similar things, means they will see that they resemble each other, but the taste is different. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and they will have azwaj mutahhara. Ibn Abi Talha reported that Ibn Abbas said, purify from dirt and impurity. Mujahid also said, from menstruation, relieved of physical needs, urine, flatulence, semen, and pregnancy. Qatada also said, purify yourself from impurity and sin. In another narrative she said, from menstruation and pregnancy. Furthermore, Ata al-Hasan and the Abu Salih as-Suddi have been mentioned for similarly saying, Allah's declaration, they will dwell there forever, means ultimate happiness, because believers will enjoy eternal joy, save the corruption of their bliss, because it will never end or cease. We ask Allah to make us those who believe, because He is the most generous, the most kind, and the most merciful. This is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.